Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football, and we're back talking about another disgrace in the world of VAR and officiating in the Premier League as Liverpool are robbed, and so are Aston Villa. We're reviewing the weekend, we're talking about the title race specifically, and we're highlighting the problems with the officiating in the Premier League, because if we don't, it doesn't seem like anyone else will do. We've been championing these issues ever since we started the podcast, Goldbridge Saves Football, back in August, and it's not getting any better. We're talking about the handball that Man City got, we're talking the penalty that Villa should have got, we're talking the handball that Liverpool didn't get. In one Premier League weekend, in a title race, some people are getting beneficial decisions and others aren't. This is the best football league in the world, and the incompetence is severely impacting the title race and will impact the title race. And if you don't say something about it, they get away with it. I actually thought they would have made changes after what happened with the onside goal that Liverpool didn't get months ago. What the actual plan of the officiator and the PGMOL in the Premier League seems to be is to just bury our head in the sands and hope that people get used to it. Well, we're not going to get used to it. The only thing they thrive on is rivalry. They thrive on the fact that Arsenal and Liverpool fans will argue about the handball. They thrive on the fact that people won't want Villa to be top, so we won't talk about the penalty they should have got. And they thrive on the fact that Man City win everything anyway, so people won't moan about it for too long when they get another decision going their way. But as I've said before, Man City fans should be sticking up for football here. They won't. Arsenal and Liverpool fans should be united in the fact that they've already had bad decisions go against them. And next week, or tonight, when we're doing the Arsenal game, maybe the handball doesn't happen for them. It's coming to a club near you. And until football fans realise it's hitting everybody, they get away with it. We have the best league in the world. We've got a broken system with handball. We've got a broken system with offside. And we've got a broken system with red cards. And it's demeaning and damaging to this league. And I don't care what anybody says. In that Premier League weekend, in one Premier League weekend alone, Liverpool have been robbed and Aston Villa have been robbed. You look at that league table, Liverpool could have another 2 points if that penalty is given against Odegaard, which puts them in 44. Villa would have another 2 points if they'd got the penalty against Sheffield United, which puts them on 41. That puts them 4 points ahead of City and 7 points ahead of City instead of 2 points ahead and 5 points ahead. And let's not forget, if Man City don't get that dodgy penalty, they've got 2 points less. So one weekend could make a huge swing. And it's been going on all season. Liverpool have had a number of bad decisions. Arsenal have had a number of bad decisions. Villa have had a number of bad decisions. Let's be fair to Man City for a moment. Have Man City had any bad decisions? Well, Kovacic should have been sent off twice against Arsenal. They had an onside goal that was offside against Fulham. The penalty they got in the Manchester derby was bloody ridiculous on Rodri, because that happens 10 times a game and I've never seen a penalty given for it again, but they got one. The handball last night, which was worse, the Odegaard penalty was worse. Man United had a Garnacho handball not given. Numerous teams have not had those handballs given. Sean Dyche described that handball as bizarre. And it was bizarre. I think Mark Clattenburg said after the game, with your hand up like that, you're probably going to get a penalty, but it's not consistent. 1 week it's given, it's 1 week it's not. And this is the problem. It's the consistency, isn't it? In the same weekend, Odegaard hasn't handballed it when he puts his hand down and touches it. Onana blocks a shot for Everton, it's a penalty. And let's not forget as well, this is the big thing. This is my big message to any football club or any player. Send it to your manager, whatever. Send this clip, right? That referee gives that penalty because he's crowded by Man City players. People are saying it's because of the linesman. The linesman should keep his bloody gob shut. The linesman can't see that from where he is. That is Man City players charging towards him, animated like they're in the pantomime, and he's fallen for it. And I'm not even actually, Man City got charged for how they dealt with in the Spurs game. They should get charged for that, but they won't do. So I would say to any Premier League club now, if anything touches anyone's hand or anyone goes down in the box, charge towards the referee with your hands in the air, running around like you do in a ballet, and you'll probably get the decision, because Man City played that perfectly. They were all there. They were all flies round the shit, and the referee was the shit because he wasn't giving it. He was going for a corner. He's the closest official to it and wasn't going to give it. And then the linesman puts his flag up, probably because he's seen all the Man City players running around. Influential. And I'm not even going to dig Man City out about that. If you're Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa in this title race, anything in and around the box. I mean, did Aston Villa get it wrong? Did Liverpool get it wrong? On that Odegaard penalty, you should have been running round the referee going, what? You know, that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do now, because obviously it works. But it's an incredible handball. It's an incredible handball, and it's another damaging disgrace in the officiating in the Premier League. Well done to Man City. They benefited from it. I mean, look, last night I was in a bad mood about it. I just think having been a victim of Man City's favouritism this season already in the Manchester derby in a crucial moment on a soft penalty, I've just seen it happening to them a lot this season. But, you know, I still think they're going to win the league. I still think they're probably the best team in the league, and I still think they'll win it. They don't need these sort of decisions that seem to just keep going their way. I mean, I had a Man City fan last night saying, well, we've had hardship as well. Oh, have you? Why? What about the one on Alisson where he dropped it and it should have been a goal? What, the one where Alisson has it in his hands and your defender grabs his arm? That's a foul. Oh, what about when Grealish was one-on-one in the last minute against Spurs? Yeah, he was never going to get through one-on-one. He was going to get caught. And actually, that was nothing to do with VAR. That was a referee just blowing his whistle wrongly on a play-on. We're talking about, you know, VAR decisions. We're talking about decisions that are inconsistent. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And it has a massive impact on the title race. I mean, I think Liverpool can quite rightly say they could have another 4 points if VAR had, been anywhere near fair. In the case of Man City, I think you could probably take 2 points off them on the balance. So it's a shift, isn't it? If you give Liverpool another 4 points, they're on 46. If you take 2 points off Man City, they're on 35. It's an 11-point gap. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. This Premier League title race is being dictated to by bad officials. They almost should be in the title race. You know, PGMOLFC. Because they are I don't care. I'll argue with this anyone. Get me on with Michael Owen on Howard Webb. If you've got the balls, let's do it. You won't do it because you're terrified. I won't swear. I'll be calm. I will sit there, have a conversation with you, and I will tell you, you are constructing this title race with your incompetence. This is not a fair title race at the moment. There is an absolute mismatch of decisions going to certain clubs and not to others. And I don't think that's bias. I don't think there's any sort of backhanders going on at all. I just think it's the incompetence. You are dictating this Premier League race, and it's not fair on Arsenal, and it's not fair on Liverpool. And let's talk about Aston Villa. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm watching that game on Friday night, and I'm watching it, and Ollie Watkins gets pushed in the back. Was it Ollie Watkins who gets pushed in the back? And I'm watching it back, and I'm going, well, this is definitely going to get given. It's definitely going to get given. And they don't give it. And I'm like, he's literally shoved him in the back. You can see it. It's a penalty. Anywhere on the pitch, that's a foul. Why aren't you giving a penalty? And you know what? This is where I bring Arsenal in. I think when VAR are reviewing that, I think what they've gone is, if we give a foul for this, Arsenal fans are going to go mad about why it wasn't a foul on Gabriel when Newcastle scored, which it should have been. I think through their own incompetence, they're redesigning the game of football in the English Premier League to a level which is confusing. Nobody can tell me what the handball rule is, and nobody can tell me what a foul in the box is anymore, because they've been so incompetent. They've recreated what a foul in the box is. You can push people in the box now because they fucked up the Arsenal decision. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And then in the second half, the goal that got disallowed for the foul on the keeper, it's a different phase of play. If you're going to give the foul on the goalkeeper, you give the foul on the goalkeeper in real time. You don't go back and find a foul. The ball ends up with a Sheffield United player. They're on the break. He plays a bad pass, and then Villa score from that bad pass, and they want to take it back to a foul on the goalkeeper. It's a different phase of play. There probably was a foul on the goalkeeper, but at the end of the day, you didn't give it. And Sheffield United have an advantage. They're on the break, and they mess it up. Oh, no, we won't give the goal now. But look, that's nowhere near as the foul on Watkins. It was absolutely disgusting. Look, get your comments in below. I've said what I want to say. I feel that we've got another weekend in the Premier League where certain teams have benefited and other teams have been robbed. I think it's gone off the front pages because journalists are tired of it. Media are tired of it. We're not going to get tired of it. It's not going away. It's the same all the time. And if football fans together don't realise it, and you have to keep fighting an individual battle every week. You know, it's Liverpool this week, it's Villa this week, it'll be Arsenal next week, it might be Man City in a couple of weeks. You never know. Wonders may never cease. But it will keep happening. And every club, look at Wolves this season. They've been absolutely gangbanged by bad decisions. It's been ridiculous. But it keeps happening and nothing's changing. We've got the greatest league in the world. The penalty system and fouls in the box is broken. Handballs in the box is broken. Offside is broken. And also you've got the red card system that's broken. And to anyone who says that offside isn't broken, watch a game of football like the Garnacho Man United goal that was offside. It was clearly offside. It still took them 2 minutes. In the Champions League, because they've got the proper technology, it takes about 5 seconds. It's broken because they've got some shit fucking thing that they're terrified of. So even when it's obviously offside, they still take 2 minutes, which adds time on, which leads to injuries. The whole system is broke, and it needs calling out. And we'll keep calling it out, and everyone should call it out because it's a bloody joke. How we've got the best league in the world and when we've got officiating like this is actually remarkable. Imagine what it would be if we had the officials sorted out. And look, I understand human error. But a lot of this stuff is just common sense. You can't keep giving handballs that aren't going to get given in another game. You can't keep giving red cards that don't get given in another game. You can't not be giving pushes in the back as penalties. They've never played the game, these people. That's the problem. They're bloody mathematicians with the rulers. They haven't got a bloody idea. Get your comments in below. Smash a like on the video. I'll speak to you later. We've got a double watch along. We've got West Ham against Arsenal and Spurs against Brighton. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe.